As a kid, at school I couldn't be bothered to read Romeo and Juliet, and I found it quite boring, repetitive. So I'd sneak off on my lunch breaks, and there was a local newsagent, so I'd go and buy comics there. And again, it was just a good way of, when I was young, to start reading again and being interested in reading and having a reason to pick up something to read, and where I was quite bored of what the schools were offering at the time. Forbidden Planet is a chain of shops that have been around, started off in Oxford Street about 31 years ago. We sell import comic books. We started off in a guy's basement and then moved into a shop, and now it's a chain of about 8 stores. So generally in the mornings it's producing the stock, get it all priced up, tagged up and ready on the shelf, displayed. In the afternoons is generally we try and serve and get the day flowing.
My first ever introduction to comics was back in the day with like the 90s X-Men cartoon, and you know those kids cartoons of Spider-Man, the X-Men and stuff. Comics, it's more or less a hobby and a bit of a tool as well for the sculpture work I do and stuff, with studying the anatomy and looking at the form, looking at the human form on a 2D piece of paper.
We never have the same type of customer. It can be, we get a lot of people, like say from the Home Office, across the road, like office people, just average Joes, your jeans and t-shirt guy. But then you have your hardcore people that have been buying, like the older guys and girls who have been buying for years and years and years.
I'm a big fan of the graphic novel Watchmen.
Thought I'd come in to have a look, to find a doll figurine from the film Edward Scissorhands. Have you seen it?
I come in here every single week because I pick up a load of comics. What got me into all of it, well, Doctor Who comics, everything, it was, to be perfectly honest, my mum.
At the minute I'm reading the Charlie's War novels because I remember them from when I was a lot younger.
Comic book hero, I would have to say Daredevil.
Wolverine, I guess, because he doesn't die.
That's easy enough for me. Being the vain character I am, it'd have to be Robin.
Probably Green Lantern. I quite like the idea of a little power ring where you can actually create anything you like.
I'd be Catwoman.
I'll be Batman.
Obviously you'd be my Batman.
I like manga, I like Japanese comics, because I like the way they tell a story. I draw in the manga style because with that style you can draw a lot of different emotions and you can really exaggerate when you're drawing. The thing I like about Forbidden Planet is the amount of comics I have is quite diverse.
We find there are a few threats via the internet, like competition with like Amazon and stuff like that, who people are buying like cheap online. That's where you can come into the store, you can pick it up, have a flick through it, ask one of our staffs whether it's a good read or not.
Yeah, I enjoy working at Forbidden Planet. It's a good atmosphere, great team and everything. We all share the same interests and stuff. We usually have quite heated debates over what was a good story and what wasn't a good story. It's good because everyone's always got an opinion about something, and you don't get that in a lot of workplaces these days.